So there is no future in which I don't see myself playing the final shape. If you guys haven't seen, I'm going to be talking about the state of Destiny 2 in this video, talking about is this game worth it? Because Destiny, I think, brings so much to the table. There's so much to like. I've been a Destiny player since the original Destiny 1 beta, and I've been with this game each year, like clockwork, but like, the same predictable way. I always tend to end up falling off that Destiny grind, and I've seen in Destiny what I've seen in other games as a service games is the 3 seasons. If you guys are new to the channel, hello everyone and welcome. My name's Brian. If you happen to be new around here, if you're part of this incredible number, I don't even have in front of me. Oh, there it is. 74,857 of y'all who've hit that subscribe button. Thank you so much for helping push this channel up almost to 75,000 subscribers. I appreciate it. Anyway, besides that, I want to say that the 3 seasons are as follows: the season of hype, the season of grind, and the season of bitch. And what that means, what those things break down to, is that the season of hype and grind have gotten much smaller, and the season of complaining and being frustrated at the game have grown quite large. And I think that's obviously due to, no secret out there, the fact that they're working on Marathon. Now, the updates that they talk about making a PvP strike team and more are exciting. The things that they're saying are interesting. But I think also, if we're going to be honest about it, there is a lot of frustration, not just with Destiny, but with the games as a service model in whole. And this year alone, 2023, with really big RPGs, has continued to invite people to go play something else, something new, something that isn't going to necessarily add that level of FOMO to it. One of the biggest issues I've had with Destiny continues to be the artificial FOMO that's applied. And when I look at things, even with the state of Halo, which I think the current season, especially from a PvP perspective, is much better, the fact that you keep your battle passes and you can grind on those battle passes and they don't go away makes me actually want to play Halo over Destiny. It makes that aspect, that one change, that one psychological option ends up being such a good thing. And I would love to see Destiny take more of that approach. And they are going to be changing up how things kind of flow. But we're also talking about a 10-year game, a 10-year cycle. What's the future of this game going to hold, especially with the Marathon that is going to be coming up? Now, I personally am actually very excited about what Marathon can mean. This is Bungie, a PvP shooting game. I cannot wait to see and go hands-on with what that means for gaming in the future. So we're going to have to wait and see. So we'll be sure to cover it here for you guys, because that is a big curiosity that I have. And we'll continue to have until we know, until we play it and say, oh, this is really fun, or oh, I just don't see them missing in this case. But we're gonna have to wait and see. Now, I don't want to make this a marathon video. I want to talk about the state of Destiny 2. If you guys have been following, I just was watching Destin Legarie talking about why he's no longer talking about Destiny 2. And if you guys haven't seen that video, it's a really important discussion. Somebody who he was running, I would say, one of the biggest Destiny podcasts at IGN for the longest time. I would always listen to it. I always tuned into Fireteam Chat. But now here we are, years later, he's starting to have his family. I've got 6 kids, so like gaming is limited, and that's where this FOMO and this grind and this repeated kind of hamster wheel starts to show itself very clearly. And so we've seen, so from a Destiny perspective, if you're watching this video trying to decide to jump in with the hype for the final shape, yes, the answer is it is worth it, because it's going to be a lot of fun. You're going to get a lot of joy out of it. You're going to get the campaign. You're going to get the story. I think Lightfall's campaign was absolutely garbage. I'm not afraid to say it. Like, it literally was so frustrating. It left me actually not wanting to play the other seasons. When they're saying, hey, we're going to dole out the story, I'm like, I don't think they're like, I don't know. I don't care about this. What the hell is the Veil? Why is all this happening? Honestly, let's just move on to the final shape and hope that they can deliver what I enjoyed with the Witch Queen, that campaign. I think that ends up being the case. And so Destiny will be this yearly touch point where you, instead of playing the seasons, instead of worrying about any of this stuff, you just kind of step into the game. You play the campaign, you spend a little time doing a couple of the quests, unlocking some new things, and then you just kind of say, I guess I'll see you next year. And the business model is going to be interesting to see because it feels obviously the bigger push into MTX. I just wonder what that really means. Like, is that going to be the pathway forward? Are we going to continue to see that level of monetization in this game in the long run? And honestly, this is where I fall. I haven't pre-ordered. I don't pre-order this game. I'll pre-order it, the week before it comes out, because there's no scarcity. All the pre-order stuff is just hype and it's marketing in this case, so we'll just ignore it. But what will end up happening is that I'm probably not going to actually get the collector's edition. This will be the first time I don't buy the updated, the full package, and get all the season stuff that I'm not actually even playing or interested in. And I'll end up just probably buying, I usually end up just playing the last season now. That's just kind of being how it all is structured together. So if you are frustrated at Destiny, like, you're not wrong. Like, I see a lot of people who've put a lot of time into it, and I think that's why what we're seeing with even with Diablo and with all these other games as a service models, where they're trying to put in this yearly checkpoint, this yearly touch point with the game, and then they have the seasonal stuff for those who are just really not wanting to step away. But that not wanting to step away, I think, crowd is getting much smaller and smaller, and the crowd that's just kind of checking in with every expansion is getting larger and larger. And this year alone has put out a lot of really good games for people to go and spend time with, and that is causing people to step away and have a fresh experience and a fresh set of eyes. In a way, breaking out and breaking away from this FOMO-induced hamster wheel kind of ends up being like, wow, this is actually really nice out here. I was scared to kind of step away from my community. And I think what you end up seeing with content creators is them being locked in and making their business to play a specific game, and then realizing how difficult it is to pivot away from that, from both the algorithmic perspective, but also, like, if your finances and your livelihood is tied into it, it ends up becoming a bigger deal. And that's why you end up getting more negativity in your feed over the long run. But somebody reached out to me, and that's kind of wanted to sit down and actually make this video asking which one they should buy. I recommend Witch Queen. If you are new to Destiny, if you're deciding you want to jump in, it's got, especially as a new player, so much for you to do and explore, and the gameplay is just so amazing. I don't think there's another shooter out there that really just hooks me instantly as Destiny does, both with its PvE and PvP. I'm glad they're making a bigger investment. So if you're looking for this as a big PvP experience, note that there's going to be some gap there for you, like there is for me. Like, I wish, and I continue to, like, every time they would give us a nugget of PvP stuff, I'd be so excited, and then it always just kind of fizzled out. So I'm hoping the Strike team ends up bringing in a lot more enjoyment to the game from a PvP perspective. I will absolutely show up for that. If you're just getting in, enjoy the game. Don't worry about whether it, because it's going to be the ebb and flow, and just always kind of factor back whenever you're frustrated at this game or any other game about the 3 seasons. And I think for the veteran players, the season of hype and grind have gotten much smaller because there's less that they need to do and chase, and they just have this ingrained knowledge about basically how the game works, so it's more difficult to surprise and delight them. And so for new players, that could be a very long season, those 2 seasons, and then the third being you're frustrated and you're just kind of waiting for news and more. But that's what I wanted to sit down and share with you guys today, from just somebody who loves this franchise and loves this game and wants to see it continue, and is very curious about how Marathon will play in and what ultimately the future of Destiny. Will we get a Destiny 3? Will we not? Has to unfold. Time will tell, and I'll be sure to give you guys an update. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I've been on a journey to lose over 100 pounds. I've been keeping you guys up to date. I'm at 40 right now, so I still got a while to go, but I feel fantastic, and honestly, it gives me a little bit of confidence to actually put my face on camera as opposed to doing anything else. Now, if you're still here with me, and I can take just a moment of your time, one of my friends, he's a part of this community, his name's Mike. He's down bad right now. His life is kicking his ass, and I'm going to include a link to his PayPal. He unfortunately needs to raise $1,500, and he's working his maximum hours. He's selling everything he can, and I've given him some money to try to help him out. That's one of the things, like, that when life kicks you, and it kicks you when you're down, it's like kind of that rule of 3. Yeah, I don't expect anybody to give him $1,500 clearly, but if you have a couple of bucks that you could toss his way, you feel called to do so, please check the link for his PayPal. That would be very helpful for him. But no pressure as always. I just wanted to kind of call that out. And if you guys are feeling it, if you're feeling lonely, if you're feeling like this world's just kicking your ass and you just want to hang out with some guys and some gals, we have the stats are overwhelmingly male here at the channel, but we do have a great base of ladies. But if you just want to sit here and vent, or just to be a dude, check out the Discord. We hang out, we play video games, and sometimes they stream them, and sometimes we just hang out and play games. But anyway, guys, I got to get ready for T-ball and playing some T-ball with the boys today. It's going to be a really busy day and more, so maybe I'll get some video game time in this weekend. I'll let you guys know if you, again, for those of you who are still here. But for everybody else, thank you so much for watching this video. Hopefully you enjoyed. Hopefully I will see you in the next one. But until then, take care.